What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here at Hidden Heights Farm. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the sun is out and it's actually snowing. It's been like raining, misting for the past couple days, and then today it started snowing a whole bunch again. But luckily the temperature is like 40 degrees, so it's not sticking on the ground or anything. But me and Skeeter's on our way to go feed the goats and to go feed our livestock guardian dogs. But in today's video, we're going to take a look at the baby goats a little bit. We're going to go check and see if there's any new ones on the ground. Then we're going to pull the old beast into the shop. We got some work to do on it. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. You guys know I've been using it to haul logs, and we haul all kinds of stuff around the farm on this old dump truck. It's a 1990 Chevy with the flatbed that dumps on it. We'll get into that in a little bit. All these goats are crying for me to come feed them. So let's go do that real quick and do a little baby check. See if there's any new babies on the ground and see how the existing babies are doing. You guys ever see chickens and turkeys that are like piranhas? They're just always sitting here waiting for me to spill some food. And I always spill a little bit on purpose. Just for those guys. Daisy, come here, girl. Come on, come get your food. Come here, Daisy. You're the only one that makes this pain. Don't make me have to get rid of you. You can make things difficult. But it could be a lot easier, right, girl? Alright, any new babies? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I see one in the doghouse. Watch out, girl. Alright, guys. I think I've been telling you wrong. I think I said in the last video we had 9 babies. I think it's actually 10, and this one's a break dancer. I don't know what he's doing. And you got some under here hiding. You got Miss Daisy being nosy, being the camera hog. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but there are snowflakes falling, and it's so weird. It's like glistening in the sun. You guys see that? It was snowing pretty heavy just a little bit ago, but now the sun's out. Alright, I don't see any new babies or any signs of new babies. Let's check. There's one. Not sure who this one is. Let's take a closer look. Which one are you? Oh, you got a pretty color. This one is I think this was one of the last ones born. He is a fuzzy little guy. He looks like a little Ewok from Star Wars. Mwah. He's got some awesome color into him too. Got some gray on his head, some white. What do you know though, guy? Alright, I'm sorry to disturb you. I'll put you back. I'll put you back. Here you go. Good job, Daisy. Alright. There's the oldest one. Everybody's been calling him Bandit on the videos. And I don't see any new babies. But we got several in here. I can see somebody's been making a mess with the alfalfa hay. Look at this little baby eating on that hay. Is that not crazy? They're not even a week old. Actually, I think they are a week old today, but I ain't gonna scare you. Hey, come here. You got some nice colors too, don't you, buddy? Pretty little goats this year. This is the newest one right here laying underneath the heat lamp. Today he'll be 3 years old, or 3 days old, excuse me, 3 years. And he's got a piece of hay in his mouth, kind of chewing on it, you can see. Just going up to check out old Daisy. Or me, actually. What do you know? He's got like a peanut butter color and a chocolate color. I don't even know what you call that. Very pretty. You look like Boots too. You got grass all over. He keeps coming up to me. He's a pretty friendly little guy. Right, Daisy? I'm not your mama, buddy. Your mama's eating. So she can get you some milk. You're a pretty little guy. Alright. Enough of that. Let's go get the other goats fed in the other field. We'll feed Mojo, and then we'll pull the obese in the shop, and I'll talk about what I'm going to do to it. Alright, Mojo, are you ready for dinner? Come on. All the other goats are yelling. Come on. Lead the way, brother. I wish you could carry this food for me. I'm coming, guys. Skeeter! Come on, Flash. Gotta come torment his big brother. Look at this. Every day. Get him, Skeet. Get him. Get him. He says, come on. Come on, punk. Alright, let's go. Alright, guys. I'm coming, I promise. See if I can get this camera set up. The goats jumped on the gate. Alright, come on. I need a couple extra hands. Come on. Alright. I wish I had a feed bunk over here in a way, because these guys are just as bad as the big goats. Ciao, guys. See how hard and difficult this is to feed these guys? Alright. Feed some for the turkeys. Oh man. It is pretty cold today. There's a little bit of a north wind, so that even adds a little sting to it. So their water's good. We're fortunate that it hasn't been really getting too cold where all the water's been freezing. Still good on their hay bale. Man, this hay feeder, it does waste a lot of feed, but it's a lot better than just setting it on the ground. So these goats here will be the next ones that start having their kids. And I'm thinking it's going to be about a month or so. I don't see any that looks real close. That's a boy, that's the dad right there. That's Jerkface the third. That's actually, his name is Chip. But you can see that line down his back just like the other baby goats I was talking about. It's pretty distinctive. And even Boots, she has the black dark line down her back. And she's actually taking more of the Kiko traits because she's a little bit bigger than all the goats out here. If she keeps growing, I might have to put her in the other pen with the Spanish and the Kiko. But nobody's real fat right now, so I think we got a few months before they start having kids over here, but you never know. So our feeding chores and checking the goats for babies are done for the day, but it is almost dark because it is evening time. And I want to get the beast in the shop so I can do a few things to it this evening or tonight while I'm still off work. As you can tell, the weather around here, the ground's still really soft. It's muddy, so I can't really do much work on the tractor. And like doing work on the sawmill, we're kind of waiting for a little bit nicer weather. So in the meantime, what I'd like to do is take this downtime, I guess you could say, to get the beast in the shop. And when I say the shop, I mean my shop. I am going to try to get it some scheduled maintenance done on it. I'm going to try to do the fuel filter here maybe tonight. I got one in the shop that I need to throw on here. But the transmission has been acting up ever since I got it. I knew it had some problems with the transmission. A little backstory on this truck. If you guys were not following us last year, I think, well, actually we've had it for 2 years, right when we first started our YouTube channel. This thing didn't run. I had to have it trailered here, dropped it off. The whole distributor was rusted out into pieces. There was all kinds of problems in the engine. I got all that fixed here in the shop by myself. Got it running. Don't have a lot of money in this thing, but I've replaced all the hydraulic pump, the reservoir. I had the hydraulic piston rebuilt, the hydraulic cylinder rebuilt on the lift. And one thing that I don't like on this thing is these mirrors. So that's one thing we're going to be doing today. We're going to upgrade the mirrors. I bought some online off of eBay. They're supposed to be extended mirrors for these years of Chevy, so we'll see if they fit. Hopefully they do. But going back to the backstory on this thing, I did know the transmission had some problems, but it actually, it's drivable. It's an automatic transmission, but whenever you're going from second to third gear, you have to let off the gas and let the RPMs come down before that transmission will kick in the third gear. So I'm going to try to get it into the shop, hopefully maybe within the next week or 10 days, and see if we can't get that thing fixed. And the only other thing is it has a pretty good oil leak, and I think it's the rear main seal, for those of you that know what I'm talking about. Some of you guys out there, maybe some of you women, you never know. It's leaking pretty bad, and to fix that you actually got to pull the transmission to get that fixed. So while they have the transmission pulled out, I'm going to see if they can't replace that rear main seal for me. So let's fire this thing up and get it into the shop and get the heater kicked on. I got to go do some stuff here in a little bit, but we'll come back later tonight and see if this thing can get knocked out, all the parts we're wanting to do. And I ordered a seat cover for it. You can tell this thing is kind of beat up a little bit, but overall the truck actually only has, I think it's at 90,000 miles. 97,000 miles. So let's see if this thing will fire up. It's cold and the battery's been really weak and haven't been driving it much. There we go. So we'll let that warm up a minute and see where my sidekick is, so I don't run him over. Skeeter, come on. You want to go for a ride? Skeeter, come on. There he comes. Want to go for a ride? We're not going very far, about 20 yards. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Come on. Want to lift? Ah! All right. See you right back. I know one thing, it is nice keeping the shop organized where you actually have space to keep toys and workhorses like the Ranger, the kids' go-kart, all the woodworking stuff, and still be able to get a vehicle in here. That is a game changer. But another thing is, I actually have a wood stove in here, which I haven't used in like 3 years, but last year a company sent me a heater here, 240 volt heater, and we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing on. I think I got the breaker turned off actually, because we never really use it either. So they sent this to us last year to do a review over, and this thing works great. We'll turn it up a little bit, and let it get up. It's got a digital thermostat on it, so once it gets to a certain degrees it'll shut off. It has a nice fan on it, and I'm not going to be working on the truck just right away. I got to run to town, pick up some groceries and stuff, and then by the time I get back, maybe the shop will be a little warmer and the truck will warm up a little bit, and then we'll try to replace some of these parts, and I'll bring you guys along, so stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back. I got the mirrors out of the box, got all my hardware here, and it's got a little mounting plate, and the instructions are very plain. They don't really say where that thing goes, but I want to show you guys what this looks like right now. These are some mirrors that somebody just took off of another truck and put some self-tapping screws or something into the side of the door. Not a big fan of that, so I might have to fill them holes up with some silicone or something. But other than that, the mirrors don't even match. Over here, they got a whole different type of mirror, and it's got the self-tapping screws into the door as well. So I'm not a big fan of doing stuff like that. That's why I went ahead and ordered the mirrors that fit this truck. They're just factory replacements, but they are aftermarket. Let me show you guys how this works. So you got this mirror here, which already kind of sticks out quite a ways, but you're able to pull it out so you have more of an extension. So that'll really reach out around this bed, because you guys can see from the back looking forward, see how you can't hardly see when you're in the driver's seat looking back. These mirrors don't stick out far enough, and it's super dangerous, especially if you got a load on there. You just can't see around there. So you guys can kind of see where I'm getting at. Look at this. It's going to add quite a bit of length for my mirror, so I think it's going to work out just fine. So I'm going to get some tools and take these old ones off, and then we'll make sure that these new ones fit. I can't really hold it up there to make sure they fit, but it looks like it's going to fit, but I can't do that until I remove the old ones. So guys, these nuts are very hard to get on these studs in here, and I'm trying to do it without taking the whole door panel off. So I don't know if I can get this wrench in here or not. But I'm probably gonna put the camera down. I can't. It's impossible to do this while trying to film. So finally, I got the old mirrors off, the new mirrors on, and I really like the way it looks. But the functionality is going to be a major plus. Let me set this camera up. Let me show you guys the difference in this. Now, one thing that I really like about this mirror setup is, say you're going through a gate or something, and these are a little too wide, they actually fold in. And that was not an option on the ones that they had on here. And look at that. That adds like another 6 inches or so. So I should be able to sit in the driver's seat. Oh yeah. Now we can haul some logs. That is awesome. That's going to be a major, major game changer. A lot more safer than the old style that was on here. And as you can see, now I got to deal with these holes. Because when you got holes in metal, that's going to lead to rust. And I don't know much about auto body stuff, but I think I can get some little can of Bondo or something and throw in there. And I'm not too worried about what it looks like. I just don't want it to rust out. So now, I still got one thing left to do tonight. I got a fuel filter. I'm not having any problems with this thing running or anything, but I don't know how long that fuel filter's been on there. So I want to go ahead and change it so I don't have any problems. Say we're hauling a load of logs or a load of dirt or something down the highway. I don't want to get broke down anywhere, so I'm going to go ahead and do some maintenance on this truck and replace the fuel filter. So one nice thing about having a dump truck is when you got to work on things towards the rear end, usually you can just lift the bed up, and I'll show you guys something here. I know a lot of people saying, well, that's not safe, but so this is a hydraulic over electric, or electric over hydraulic, whichever way you want to say it. So this hydraulic pump runs off the 12-volt battery. We're going to try to lift this thing up. I can't go too much further. I don't want to tear nothing up. Alright, let's see if we can get our little safety bar in here. And what this does is, oh man, it's going to be really close. Really close. I don't know if I'm going to have enough clearance. But what that bar does is it allows you to lift the bed up. Alright, so it's going to work. Now, I got that locked in there. Now the bed, for whatever reason, say this hydraulic cylinder fills or a hose bust, it would allow this bed to fall, but since I got this little safety bar in there, now it can't fall on me and kill me. So let's see where the fuel filter is. Thought it was right here, but it might be on back. Nope. I guess it's on towards the front, so I am going to have to crawl under here, so bear with me. Okay guys, I was wrong. It's like right below the door pretty much, so I couldn't access it with the bed up anyways. But there it is right there, so I'm going to grab some wrenches and get that replaced. I'm not going to bore you guys with it, but that's what the fuel filter on these 88 through 98 model Chevy trucks looks like. And I think it's the same for half ton all the way to 1 tons. Okay, got that done. Skeeter Bear is ready to go back in the house. I think his little paws are getting cold out here on the cement, so he's been sleeping on the bench seat in this truck. I really need to replace that, but for now I just ordered a seat cover. I think that'll work. I'll try to figure something out with all that foam and all that, but yeah, I got gas all over me, so I'm not gonna spend too much longer in here. You can see I got a little puddle of gas there. The old fuel filter is over there in the trash. It looks pretty old, so I'm glad I went ahead and change that out. Just let me close this door real quick. But guys, I'm pretty pumped about these mirrors. Look at this. You can kind of see it's got two different sections here, like some of your modern day vehicles, where you can kind of point the bottom one a certain direction, and then your top one you can watch your load or watch the vehicles behind you, whichever vice versa you want to do. Skeeter can't wait to get this thing on the road. Maybe tomorrow, if the weather's nice, we'll load up in the Beast and go to town and fuel it up. And if I can get enough money saved up here pretty soon, like I said, I would like to get it into the shop, into the transmission shop, so I can get that transmission fixed, because when you got a load on here and it's not shifting correctly, it's kind of a safety hazard for sure. But I really like the way these mirrors turned out. I wish I would have done this a lot sooner. And yes, both sides do pop out and fold in, so that's going to be a game changer, like I said. So I've been calling this thing the Beast. I don't have any better name for it, so that's its name for now. But anyways, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Like this video. Share it if you feel you liked it. And we'll see you next time.